Good evening, folks. How's it going? Adman here with Captain Fox, but once again on the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles Resolve.
Hello.
Last time we left, the bitch from last game is dead, but apparently a good friend of society is involved in the case. And apparently there's a lot going on, and now is Susato herself trying to save her friend by defending her as a man, because this is still early 1900s, so sexism was still a huge deal back then. Kinda is, but you know.
Gotta love it.
Anyway, let's get back to the case. Continue. Ah yes, it's called The Adventure of the Blossoming Attorney.
I'm so sorry, Susato. I should have told you about the toxin.
Ray? You have a strong sense of responsibility, I know. That's why you decided to shoulder the burden alone.
No! That's not it at all! I was scared of my failure coming to light, that's all. So I hoped to retrieve the substance from the Englishwoman before anyone found out. Before the trial started, do you remember what you said, Susato? That you had no doubt in your mind about my innocence. That you'd stand by me to the last.
I remember.
And yet I didn't deserve your trust in me. I hid important details from you, Susato. I completely betrayed your faith in me. Hit me, Susato! I deserve it! No, in fact, throw me to the floor! No, that's too good for me as well. Drag me through the city streets!
Stop giving fanfickers ideas, Ray, please.
Well, I can see what she's into.
I know better, you know.
Oh?
Even though in my heart I knew you pulled the knife blade from his breast hard. Back. It was just a brief moment when, in my mind, I doubted you.
Susato!
I'm sorry. After I stood here and promised you that I'd stand by you and always be on your side, I betrayed your faith in me too. And as such, I failed you as a lawyer.
Oh, no.
Susato, you know you're not exactly a lawyer. Please, don't ruin the moment.
Yeah, we're having a beautiful thing here. Fuck.
I think the situation has taught both of you a valuable lesson.
All easy for you to say. You're just standing there watching it all happen.
Placing your umbrella of fate in another is no easy task. Ah, yes, Father. That fact has certainly struck home. Which is why I can see more clear now, so... Ray?
Yes?
Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Oh, Susato. You know you'll be his gallant, dashing lawyer in my eyes now.
Oh boy.
Oh, Ray. I was so scared, you know, when it happened. I didn't know what was going on. The English one was sitting at the back of the hut, listening to what I was saying. I know it was you who stole the poison! Well now, whatever do you mean? Hey, Kentucky. And then a moment later...
Quack. Hello.
She suddenly got to her feet. Before collapsing on the floor in front of me, with a knife in her back.
I am an English woman after all. I had to die in with grace.
It also killed a swan attached to her hat.
Yes, somehow.
It all happened right before my eyes.
And you were the only people in the hut at the time?
That's right, just Miss Brett and myself. There was no one else aside from the swan, but it kind of looked like it died a long time ago from malnutrition.
Also, hi, Tom. Oh my gosh. Knife!
Hi, Coco!
Knife!
So I just don't understand how she could possibly have been stabbed like that. Words.
A great mystery indeed.
I still can't believe it happened. That's why I just couldn't bring myself to speak up.
Oh boy. It'll be alright.
Hey, Zippy.
Also, welcome, CP. However it happened, and whatever really went on by the sea that day, I promise you I'm going to prove everything you saw is true. Spoken like a true Mikotoa. Now, I think we should discuss what's coming up in the trial, don't you? We'll have much time. We must make sure we have our facts in order. Yes, I expect the poison is going to come under close scrutiny in the coming proceedings. The police should hopefully have identified on the blade by now. I have a bad feeling. What could possibly go wrong?
The trouble is, it's a completely new laboratory synthesized blend of alkaloids. The police won't have any way of testing for it.
Okay, so how... Oh, I see. Yes, without this chemical reagent, it's impossible to detect the toxin.
No, you were right, it's reagent.
Then why the fuck you don't give that to the police, for crying out loud?
I know, right?
Chemical reagent? I sent a colleague of mine off with some earlier to deliver. Okay. Thank you.
No, actually, I just kept this to myself. I figured this would make a much more funny plot point in court today. Ha ha ha, I'm a troll.
I sent a colleague of mine off with some earlier to deliver to police headquarters. I think perhaps you should have some as well, though. Just in case.
Oh, thanks. I was actually kind of thirsty. Just takes it, just drinks it.
Let me see if I can... Yep.
All right, what can we examine on this?
The label.
We're doing all right, having a little fun. We can only examine the label.
The label appears to be written in a foreign language that I don't know. It's called English.
Sorry, I was practicing my cursive.
I mean, you are a medic, after all.
You can tell the quality of a doctor by how illegible their handwriting is.
It's German, so you know that English is going to be a little help. Or be a little help here, I'm afraid. Why
that does not look like German at all!
And why German of all things? Couldn't you have written medicine on it in Japanese? Then we'll be able to read it. German is the international language of medicine, my dear.
Is that so? Is that a goddamn fact?
Can someone check that, please?
Yes, can someone fact check this for us? Who's from Germany around here?
No guy, but he's doing something else right now, so.
I know a guy, but he's in bed right now.
But yes, I can certainly see the merit in labeling the bottle in Japanese. Though I'm not sure medicine will be entire appropriate.
Ah, yes, hindsight's a bitch, isn't it, Mr. Old Man?
Okay, so...
That's all we can examine from it,
yes.
So there's nothing of use.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Okay. Okay, so we got this
That's
picture.
the photograph. We've already proven that there's a correlation between the two photographs because of the crack.
And she has eyes. Who knew?
Yeah, we finally get to see her eyes. Well, kinda.
Okay, let's get going. What's the matter, Susato? You're suddenly very quiet. It's this newspaper article. Exclusive! Deadly poison stolen from Humane Medical Research Laboratory. I'm wondering how the information got out, given it was a government secret.
It was all the English woman's doing.
And CP in fact says that German is not the international language of medicine. So again, Capcom
Okay, so this game's full of bullshit. Got it.
Exactly. Like it wasn't obvious enough.
Isn't it Italian? No, I don't think so.
What?
Hold on.
Okay.
Someone's giving me a lot of things.
Oh no.
Alright, hold on. It was when the professor and Suzuki-san were being interviewed at the laboratory. That so-called English lady swanned in and without any compunction said to Professor Mikotoba...
Okay, by swanning she means she flew with her swan into the scene.
Yeah, she just grabbed her hat and, like, did a paraglide in with the swan flapping its wings. Oh, Professor, surely your guest would love to hear about your work on that substance there.
It put me in a very awkward position, to be frank. I mean, I know she's a total bitch, but what can you do? The government and all that. You might be thinking of Latin. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes more sense, but still. But Sasaki-san's curiosity has been piqued, so I had little choice but to give him a cursory introduction. So Sasaki-san knew about the poison? Yes, it's highly likely. The reporter who was writing up the story about us would have caught a glimpse of the toxin, too. This many Memo's son. What an asshole. By the way, did the reporter show you all when you went to the beach?
Oh, no, I don't remember the reporter being there.
Indeed, he shouldn't have been. I very much doubt anyone will have wanted him there for being an asshole and all that. Oh? A known criminal has been given permission by the authorities to bathe by the seaside. Yes, there's also that. I forgot. Sasaki-san pointed out that inviting a reporter might be problematic, so the man was sent back to his office. Yes, he obviously didn't go back. He secretly followed the party to the beach and took this very candid photograph. And then presumably he posted it anonymously to the police. For what reason, we don't know yet. Yes, that must be what happened. Oh.
Counsel! We've just heard that the new witness is now ready to testify. The trial is about to resume. Please proceed to the courtroom at once.
It's time to steal our search once again, then. Defense attorney Ryutaro Naruhodo. Yes! Ray has put her faith in me now and not told me everything. So I can't let her down. I had to prove that what she was telling the court is true. I had to prove that really happened that day.
Oh, almost lunchtime. Order. I hereby call this court to order as we reconvene to continue the trial of Raymond Bummy. Prosecutor Ouchie, have you summoned the new witness?
Before I address that question, Your Excellency,
Oh no, what now?
I have some very important news to share.
Oh shit.
Oh?
What news? And why he looks so happy about it?
During the recess, with the collaboration of Professor Mikotoba's laboratory at Yume University, the police re-examined the knife that was used to end Miss Giselle Brett's life.
Excellent. I admire your rapid handling of the matter.
Oh, too kind, Your Excellency, too kind. I was merely carrying out your instructions, of course.
I had the regent delivered to police headquarters by rickshaw, so we'll be there in good time.
How fancy. But judging by the man's swagger, I fear we might need to brace ourselves for the inevitable.
Oh wait, no, that's your line. Shit!
Oh, but judging by the man's swagger, I fear we might need to brace ourselves for the inevitable. No, Ouchie the sucker. Mikoto is just there.
Yeah, that's Prosecutor Ouchie you're referring to. He's the suck-up.
And cancel! What were the results?
This dagger, which was so crudely used to end the life of the victim,
Yes?
has no trace of poison anywhere along its blade.
I fucking knew it. What? Are you sure about that?
I would stake the reputation of the police on it.
About that. Armed with the regent, the test is extremely simple. They couldn't have made a mistake. The murder weapon had been entered the court record.
Alright, let's investigate it.
In short, the accused feeble excuse earlier.
You shut up!
Warudo!
Ah, yes. This must be the victim's blood. Oh dear, blood is never a pretty sight, is it? And how to fight the urge to run into a hot tub and get it clean? You've always been fastidious about cleanliness, have you? I can't stop people like that, to be honest. I think it's something else, Father.
Alright, let's turn the knife over. Anything else? Nope.
No,
Okay, so the knife is just
a knife.
a knife with a little blood on it.
I guess later may find something to look into later, but right now we have little to go by.
Maybe if we had the ability to combine evidences.
Has been utterly destroyed.
Oh, anticipation.
Now, the prosecution is ready to call the new witness.
Ah, the newspaper reporter who managed to capture a photograph of the crucial moment. Good. Very well. Officer, bring in the new witness.
No trace of poison on the knife. Fuck. If that's really the case, how could the toxin have entered the victim's body? Obviously, the
The
wine.
wine!
Okay, no problem, Sippy. Take care. Have a good night.
Take
Or day.
care.
Or day, right. You're over there.
There he is.
Oh.
Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court.
Oh. Right in Minimino, the showy news is I'm what people like to call a giorno. What's a giorno, Father? Do you know? It's simply a contraction of journalist. It's one of those guys, you gotta understand.
Oh, I thought it was brand of pizza.
I'm
you
when
could
the
get
news
from
breaks, putting pen to paper to catch the scoops so they print the next morning. They don't call me the hero, the herald for nothing. The nice guy on news.
Oh, I bet you are.
Oh, fuck. You don't know what it... When someone calls themselves a nice guy, you know how it ends at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it was you who took this photograph, wasn't it?
Objection, that's a leading question.
Well, what have we here? Sorry? Oh, brace yourself, people! Many middle senses a scoop in the oven. Female student out to foul play defended by Curtis Hanson, young lawyer in Supreme Court. The riddle will lap this up. Will be said about the fall at 30 points on the fight leg format for the morning edition. Eh? Right then. Let's start with your name. It's Ryutaro Naruhodo. Next! What made you want to become a lawyer? I wanted to reform my country's legal system, I suppose. Ryutaro has suddenly become very ambitious, I see. Shut up, father. I just bordered because we were some strings for a while.
By the way, my name is Takasuchi Auchi. That's Takasuchi Auchi.
No one gives a damn! Well, whatever.
The so-called dark horse of the Supreme Court. My objections strike fear into in every defense lawyer's heart.
No one asked.
No, there is one by that.
What?
No one likes himself, even back then, so shut your mouth. Oh, yeah.
Witness?
Yes?
What this court demands to know is whether or not you were responsible for the taking of this picture. It was delivered anonymously to the Imperial Police Bureau only yesterday.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a giorno if I didn't click quick when I presented with a scoop like that, now, would I? Sometimes stories call me out to be. Sometimes I have to chase them down. But either way, you gotta be fast. Fast legs to run with, and a fast hand to ride with. It's not good you know it down, I always say. That's what I call my mini-unionism! What now? Ah, yes. I remember your face. We met that day when you were interviewing myself and Soseki-san. Yes, right! That was me! Minimino again! But you were supposed to be going back to the Shoyu news office. Oh fuck, I know there's a pun.
Show you.
Show you.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that too is also a pun. Show you news.
Yes. The scoop is I didn't. Because that English one will have piqued my journalistic interest. Miss Brett's words? A criminal, left to do as she pleases, just because she happens to be a British citizen. Is horseshit! This constitution is rotten to the core! Yeah, we know about that. It's a Supreme Court's ruling, and it worse the papers are written on. The police are just imperial pawns.
Oh, I'd be careful running your mouth like that. Stay your tongue, young man. There are complex political issues at play.
I'm the press, I can say whatever I want. Well, anyway. Wait, he just summoned a pen from his ear?
Yes, he tossed away his old pencil and pulled out a new one from behind his hair.
Anyway, I quickly jotted down these words she said in my mini memo pad.
Oh, shut up with that.
Are you ready? I'll read it out. It's all here. Right. Here goes. I should like to go with everyone to see your country's coast. I like that impression. A serious criminal going on some junket. The people need to know about this. That's why I decided to sneak after them. To get the woman's story, so I could hammer her in the press.
Do you mean to say that you did indeed witness it firsthand? The grim scene portrayed in this photograph.
Oh yes! I saw it with my very own journal eyes.
You could say I practically did it. Aw, shit, got me again, Ryutaro.
From start to finish, through the viewfinder of my trusty camera.
Thank you, Menimemo-san. You will now give a formal testimony before the court. You fell for my trap card.
That's what you think.
You will state exactly what it is that you witnessed of the events surrounding Miss Brett's death.
Okay, so hold on a second. I think I got a text. Let me check that real quick.
You okay?
Yeah, okay. Okay. Here we go!
Here we go.
The big shot was made of shoddy old read screens, so there are plenty of gaps I could see inside through. The English woman was sitting on a stool, but the student girl came in and started arguing with her. Seconds later, the girl put out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor as she stabbed her in the back. My small little journal spirit burst into flames, quick as a flash. I whip out my camera, ready to click. I pull apart the rough weave of one of the screens. I poke the lens through them for the perfect shot.
Yeah, that's full of bullshit.
Read screens, you say? Right. You can see them clearly enough in the great shot I snap. I had one what just screams made a coarsely woman reads.
Yes, it allows the breeze to pass through and bring some relief from the summer heat.
It was a breeze for me to poke my camera through those and see the whole thing hotting up. Not for the time being the appalling invasion of privacy involved. Did you witness everything that happened from the moment the defendant entered the hut? Oh yes, I saw it. I saw the whole thing from start to finish. And you say that you took the photograph through a gap in one of the screens. Luckily for me, they were a pretty shabby woman. I pulled the reeds apart and thrust the lens of my camera through the gap.
Oh, that's not all you thrusted.
Will I get away with it? Or would I be seen? It was the gamble of a lifetime.
tenacity of purpose that's considered admirable in a journalist, I suppose.
Run at this one day. Run a scoop in the next. That's Minnoison in a nutshell. That's a mouth and a half.
At last. It would appear we have a genuine witness to this wicked crime.
Sir, I'm right here.
The evidence and testimony are extremely compelling. I believe we may be close to a verdict.
No!
Wonderful news, Your Excellency! Wonderful!
Nevertheless, it cannot be denied that this testimony begs one very large question.
What question?
Exclusive news, a stunning photograph, all the makings of a deception story for the reporter. Why then was the story never published? Oh, that's right. Oh shit, well. It seems clear to me that there were circumstances at play here that yet to be understood.
Ha! More pathetic excuses.
Not as pathetic as you, but...
Very well then, Counsel. Proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Excellency. There's more to this report than meets the eye. He's keeping something about this guy very close to his chest, beside his suspenders.
One thing I've noticed that he always writes with a pencil. So how did he get the ink stain on his hand?
Yes, that's also a very good question. The beach got much better shot on read screen, so there was plenty of gaps I could stay inside through. Hold it.
He never specified from what side he was looking through.
Actually, yes, that's a good question. What made you want to see what's happening inside the beach hut in the first place? Call me Giorno Instinct. Can you think of a better reason?
The only thing I can think about is how Journo sounds like a racial slur somehow.
I know, but what can you do? Oh, I don't know. Perhaps as well being a proven criminal, the person being inside was a young woman. Did you get my drift? Actually, no, I don't.
And then there were two young women.
Ah, I see where you're going with this. Brails the people. He's painting the Giorno as a voyeur, a pervert, a scoundrel.
I mean, you kind of were there, you know, unauthorized.
It's hardly slander, sir. You had a camera and you were taking pictures without the woman's knowledge. That's definitely pervy behavior if I saw it. Nope. You got it all wrong, little silly boy. For you see, I am gay! I mean...
Whoa! That's punishable by execution by this day and age.
Sorry? To my mind, all what's inside the hood was a scoop. Nothing more, nothing less. Scoop knows no gender, man or woman. It's all news. That's not even mannerism. It's basic journalism. It's only because what does is indiscriminate. Right! So, if I touch butter, can we move on?
Tell the court then, witness, what sight befell your eyes when you looked inside the hut?
A sight that vindicated my Giorno's instinct, that's all. When I pulled back the reeds, I could see it all as clear as day. The English woman was sitting in a stool when the student came in and started arguing with her. Hold it. So you actually saw Membani-san enter the hut? Yep. and she was raging like my giorno spirit. And the argument you mentioned, what was that about exactly? You stole it! I didn't steal it! That kind of thing. Talking about the potion, I suppose. The student girl walked right up to the English woman and really started laying on her. I mean, if I hadn't let into her anymore, it would have been X. What?
Whoa!
What? The man should have been an author. His discredited talents are wasted on journalism. Don't let Susaki-san know that. All the students' rantings fell on deaf ears, like a Chinese peasant listening to English for the first time.
Oh no!
He really ought to work on his similes first, though, to be honest. Similes. Anyway, the point is, that woman in the dock was mightily angry.
And her temper finally got the better of her, it seems. Dear me.
Which was the climatic moment that I caught on film. Damn. What is a pencil made of to crack like that? Anyway, seconds later, the girl put out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor as she stabbed her in the back. Hold it right there. Did you swear before this court that you actually saw the precise moment when this stabbing took place? Ha! The precise moment? I didn't see just that. I saw the whole hellish scene playing out from start to finish.
I have here a simple plan of the beach hut. Perhaps you could use it to explain the court exactly what you witnessed.
Wow, you draw like a 33-year-old, but okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right you are. It's all here in my mini memo pad. When I first peek into the hut, I'm sure that English woman, yeah, let's see, right. All right. Was on this door at the back of the hut here.
Yes, the accused's own testimony confirmed that.
She sat at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly, is what I have noted down. It's my turn to testify now. Try not to interrupt, you idiot. Ugh. Then, the next moment, as I was washing, the evil student girl entered the hut. After a while, the pair of them ended up in the middle of the hut, arguing fiercely.
Oh.
The Englishman went for the student, but the girl dashed out of the way.
Yeah,
And
this
with a
is
flash,
already,
yes, and at a flash, plunged the knife into her arbitrary, back as the two passed each other. And yes, that's obvious what's going on because...
That contradicts what happened here, because look how small this room is.
Yeah, and look, she was supposed to be stabbed on the back. If she was on the entrance, then she would have fell the other way.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
What do you describe as a grim scene indeed?
Never sugarcoat the truth. That's what Nelson says. Okay, and we have the plants.
Alright, let's examine that real quick.
By the way, Menimeru-san, Saguardo! Yep.
So we can't find anything funny about it. Okay. But this clearly is a contradiction right here, because there's no way that the culprit would be standing there.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's continue.
Because again, she was stabbed on the back, so otherwise she would have fell the other way. Or she had the stab on the front.
Well, they're saying that Ray swung around and stabbed her in the back. Which also does not add up.
Well, you sure watched that terrible scene unfold before your eyes before the gap of the screen. Oh, here we go. Did you not occur to you try to prevent the tragedy, right? That captured on film? Journals have to be observers. We can get involved. That's our raison d'etre. Whatever that means. I just heard somewhere and I started using it. So you didn't converse with Miss Brett at all? Obviously not. An observer always remains on the outside looking in. And that's something to be proud of, is it? Your Excellency, if I may.
Yes, Professor.
I think the witness' last expertly phrased statement should perhaps be added to his formal testimony. Father, what are you doing?
I will grant the defense's request. Mene memo son, you will supplement your formal testimony with the aforementioned statement.
Well, Nelihism is the foundation of Neminimalism. What? Anyway.
I think he has absolutely no idea what he's saying at this point.
But I gladly prove that my words are meaningless. Ow. I never once set foot in the hut, nor spoke with the Englishwoman. I was there only as an observer.
What about the pen? I think this is where we present the pen, maybe?
No, I think it's too early.
Well, clearly that's the contradicting statement that we have to press on.
Oh, wait. I did notice something. Hold on, let me go back to the picture. Oh, fuck. But let's try that. Really? You didn't set foot inside the hut at all? Are you quite sure about that? I think you may have the wrong impression of me. We're talking about a murder scene here. My nerves were stretched to breaking point already. Like my suspenders. Oh, I see. You were scared. Maybe I did have the wrong impression of you, yes. You're a pussy. A coward. It was all I could do was stifle a scream and hold my hand steady enough to snap the shot. You really should have summoned help before thinking of your camera. Minimalism and humanism don't always agree.
Of that, I can attest.
And most of the time in those instances, minimalism comes out on top.
Clearly.
As a sculptor of stories, sometimes I have to be cruel for my art. Yes, that's spot on, I should write it down.
You're saying too much.
Surely he's making all this up.
Alright, so what were you thinking about that statement?
Okay, let's look at the court record real quick.
The only gap in the reeds big enough is directly behind her, where anyone could slip a knife in.
Oh yeah, but also I was looking at
There's a lot of footprints coming in and out, but...
Yeah, that's the thing I was looking at. Oh, there's that. Okay, so it wasn't that. No, for a minute
I still think that it might be the pen that we present.
Oh, right. RM. Right, and oh shit, it could be his pen.
It could be his pen, right in many memo. Well, first off, yeah, let's see. We've already checked that, so there's nothing new about it. We also know that the pen is empty, save for a small bit of clear liquid.
Yep. Hold on a second. I had a thought.
What?
What if the stain isn't ink?
What do you mean?
That blue stain that he has inside. What if it isn't ink?
then it would be poison, and that would kind of be a bit bad. You'd probably wash that off.
We'll find out. Anyway, he claims to have spied the whole affair from start to finish. If true, his testimony is devastating. But it does seem as though he's holding something back, doesn't it? If that's how you feel, I suggest that you trust your instincts and press him on everything he said. As you know that thing many times before in your role as judicial assistant. Yes, I have. I said, when is it like this, press often. I know exactly what to do.
Alright, so let's go back to that new statement. Next one. That's the last one.
Pull back the room.
There we go. This is the statement that we present on.
Well, what to present, the pen?
I think we. Well, let's save first and present the pen.
Okay, let's do that first. Okay.
All right. Let's present the pen. The pen.
I know. It's not the pen. Your Excellency, I must object to the witness' last statement.
And the evidence you thrust in my direction is supposed to prove your point.
I apologize. I did present the right more forceful I intended to.
You will kindly refrain from these overtly exuberant outbursts, Counsel, be they verbal or material.
He really put me in my place there.
Alright, so it's not the pen.
I think it's too early to present the pen, so what else could it be? See,
The thing he's saying is that he never set foot in the hut or spoke to the Englishwoman. Oh, do we present the diagram? Because we just got this evidence, and this is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We could try this.
Hold on.
I don't see how this contradicts anything that what he said.
Yeah, like I said, for a moment I thought maybe footprints that are not like sandals, but I don't see any.
We don't even know what kind of shoes he's wearing.
That's the other thing. And again. Okay, what's the other picture? Hold on. No sequence of
He has spoken to her, but only prior to all of this happening, so that's irrelevant. I still think it might be the diagram if it's not the pen.
Okay, let's give it a try. Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
I don't think we can present people yet.
Hold
We
on.
can try the photo. Anyway, let me just rewind time a little bit. Thank you.
Bite the dust! Real.
I still think it's the last statement. Because this is what he has appended his testimony with, which usually means that this is what the contradiction lies. We could try the first photograph.
Let's try it. Okay, it's not that.
right, I'm gonna look this up real
What
quick.
about the wizard last statement here? Well... Yeah. Ow.
Let's see.
Okay, actually, let's see people. Hold on. Oh, I cannot check people, so it might not be that.
Nope, not yet.
We saw that already. We saw that already.
Have we tried examining the fountain pen more thoroughly? Examine the base of the pen. There we go.
The RM initial very clean right here. That's it. Oh, wait.
That pen, that base.
Huh.
How do we miss this?
There's something sort of emblem here. Look. Oh, shit, it is the pen.
It's the emblem on his armband.
But isn't it your university one? It must belong to some other organization, I suppose. A business of some kind. But what would seem to imply that the pen doesn't in fact belong to Ray. Okay,
There
now
we
we have
go.
the information to proceed.
Now it's I knew it was the pen! We just weren't thorough enough.
Okay. So now the pen is the... Oh, we need to
Now the
present.
pen is permissible.
Okay. Objection! Many son. Until now, I had a firm belief that newspapers are in the business of uncovering and publishing the truth. You're quite spot on there. The press doesn't lie, which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem and show you news on my arm. You fell into my trap. In a way, that's more minimalism. Sadly, though, it seems the journalists who write for those papers don't always share the same passion for the truth.
What? What are you suggesting with those recriminatory words, Counsel?
Son, do you recognize this fountain pen? This pen was found at the scene of Miss Brett's death. In fact, the murder victim was gripping it in her hand as she died. What are you? If you look at the barrel of the pen, you'll notice that its owner's initials are engraved there. R.M.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Counsel. The initials of the accused, Ray Membami.
Is it a coincidence, I wonder, that your initials are also R.M.? Ryuten Menonomeomi?
No!
Ryuten Menimemo. R.M. That's horseshit! Can't you see? One of the central tenets of minimalism is being a pencil user. And yet, as the court will clearly be able to see, oh, here we go, on your right arm, there's a very obvious blood ink stain. It would appear that was rather carelessly left it somewhere recently. Bless you.
Thank you.
Your favorite fountain pen, that is. Horsey horseshit! Son! It is not the case that before she died, you met with yourself, Brett, in that beach hut.
Objection! Why should we listen to this absurd nonsense? It's nothing but another excuse.
Exactly! Show you news will stand behind me all the way. I deny everything. Again, you fall for my trap card. There must be as many people with initials RM as there are stars in the night sky. The defense has neither the time nor the inclination to count every star in the sky. Heh? And there's no need, anyway. Because this pen has more to tell. Yes, there's another clue. A clue that undeniably proves who the owner really is.
In that case, counsel, the defense will now show the court where this alleged clue lies.
Of course, Your Excellency. Here we go.
We go back to the base.
The clue for the fountain pen that clearly reveals the owner identity is this emblem right here. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot to press that one. Yeah, give me a second, sir. I pressed the wrong button. What button are you talking about? There you go. Got it! As well as the initials, there's also an emblem on this fountain pen. An emblem that you will, of course, recognize. Many Son.
Goodness me, it's the emblem of the Shoyu News.
Oh shit, what I've been doing! In other words, the owner of this pen is an employee of the Shoyu News, whose initials are RM. Suddenly, the stars in the sky don't seem too numerous, do they? Well, Memo-san, how do you respond? No! Oh, he dresses like a dork.
Order! Order! Explain yourself, witness.
I shall, and I will! Right after these messages.
I'll take some taiyaki if we're doing orders.
Okay. I'll be looking a bit.
Alrighty. Uh-oh. Okay.
I'm back just in time.
Hey, you seem to be doing a good knack for that lately.
Yeah. Anyway. Well,
Alright, he's laughing evilly, he did it.
So, this is how the mighty Supreme Court works, is it? Using coercive tactics to have well-meaning citizens reveal harmless secrets. I just nothing but honest tactics. Besides the... Alright then, fine. I won't try to hide it anymore. Yes, not long before the green tragedy unfolds. Hold on, let me get some water.
No water for the accused.
There you go.
He clearly drank poison.
I, a show you news reporter, on behalf of the public, conducted an interview with the English woman. An interview?
You never mentioned this before.
What exactly was this? As I said, it was before that evil little student girl showed her face in the hut. I could have lasted more than 2 or 3 minutes. That's all. It was just a brief exchange. But it came to nothing. And as we many say, the people don't pay their dues for unworthy news.
However insignificant you deem it to be, this court cannot overlook the meeting between yourself and the victim.
And I'm noticing that his team is kind of a mixture of Eastern and Western.
I don't know.
You know, like, what's the name of that guy from the Legend of Zelda game that had a saxophone? Grover.
I don't know.
Anyway.
You will testify now under oath about the precise nature of this meeting and what transpired.
Got it. Yes. All right. But on one condition.
Condition?
In all good conscience, I couldn't speak it all alone about this. You need to call back the earlier witness. So Sekinet Sumesan. Oh shit, here we go. So Seki-san?
Alright, so now we're going to do the mechanic where some people react to certain parts of the testimony when you press them.
Yep. Oh yes, according to my notes here, that man had a figure of his own. And brace yourself, because it was not a harmless one. It's big! What? Mason states that one man's secret is every other man's front page story.
Very well, I will grant the witness's request in this instance. Officer, summon the earlier witness back to the stand.
Do we? So Seki-san hiding something? Oh boy, he's back to his nervous self.
Not again.
I asked the English woman for an interview, but she declined, so I left the hut without making a fuss. Then, watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and the other witnesses come running. The detective realized that the victim still had a pulse, so he ran off to fetch help. That's when this writing man here asked the woman for a very significant question. But he didn't say anything about that in his testimony, which is why many reason the man didn't reveal it now.
Oh, so you're just gonna throw him under the bus? That's what you're doing.
Basically.
You mean to say the victim?
The victim regained consciousness? And when she did, you decided to ask her a question? What?
That's, true, yes.
He did! And that's not all. The woman gave him a very definite answer. An answer that incriminates the accused.
This is preposterous! Why am I only hearing about this now? Why didn't you mention this before, you yokel hack? It wasn't even a conversation!
Yes, I did pose the Withering English Rose a question. I don't deny it. But she could no longer speak. She was barely conscious, even.
Counsel for the defense, I expect a thorough cross-examination to be conducted here. The court must and will know the truth.
Absolutely, Your Excellency. The report is claiming that Miss Brett implicated Ray somehow? What on earth could have happened in that hut? Okay, press everything. Yes, I asked the English one for an interview, but she declined, so I left the hut without making a fuss. Hold it. You asked her for an interview, you say? Well, of course I did. I wanted to ask her about the incident she was involved in the end of last year. About the case in which Dr. John H. Wilson lost his life. That's not the way I phrased it. Wilson called for straight talking. Why did you murder Dr. Wilson? Is how I put it to her. Yes, that sort of talking is as straight as a roller. I cannot say the same about you, but... Anyway, ask every question as you're asking for a menu in a restaurant. I say, it's the best way. A better the paper taught me that. And how does Miss Brett answer? Wait, one simple phrase. Fuck off! Wait, no. Mystery is a woman's charm. Highlight my impression! That's what she told me. But what's right out there? Really? Something about that doesn't quite seem so fit together. Leave her room as if you're watching it off dance hall, I say. It's the best way. A veteran of the paper told me that too.
Gee, I wonder who.
Then, watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and the other witnesses come running. Hold it. That was very persistent of you, considering that Miss Brett had just turned you away. Persistent wins the prize. Many mirths will tell you that. Let me think when you left. Then when you lower the guard, that's when you swoop in for the scoop. Like a hawk.
And the fruits of your labor are all too apparent in this telling photograph. Though I'm sure the young yokel student would rather not be reminded of this damning evidence.
Actually, it stands to the photograph and managed to identify this witness. And now that you found me, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I got nothing to hide.
Want to bet?
Huh. That's weird. For a moment I saw his eye twitch. I'm sure.
Please do go ahead, witness. The court is eager to hear what you have to say.
Try to stop me! There's a story to it here, and I'm going to tell it! The detective realized that the victim still had a pulse, so he ran off to fetch help. Hold it. And Suzuki-san remain behind the hut. That's right, yep. Our author here, friend here. What's a blabbering wreck? Shaking all over, from his head to his toes. Mustache twitching, eyes bulging.
What do you expect? You don't know the terrifying troubles that haunt me whilst traveling abroad. Back behind baleful bars, they'll be coming for me surely.
Indeed we are.
No! That's all I could think. I felt as though I was grasping for air, drowning in a sea of cold sweat.
Poor Suzuki-san. His experience in London has scarred him deeply.
As the world seemed to close in around me, I quietly recited a prayer to Amida Buddha. Eternal emptiness, empty eternity! The end is coming for me, surely!
No sutras are to resound in my courtroom, please.
And now, we come to the crucial part. That's when it happened. That's when this writer man here asked the woman a very significant question. Here we go. Hold it. What question? What exactly did he say? Well now, you should hear that from the horse's mouth, I think. Or ass in this case. Don't you, Mr. Writer Man?
Ah!
Out with it, you yokel hack! What did you say to her? What did you say to the dying English woman?
You lost the game.
Well, in truth, I've been catching crabs at the water's edge and building castles in the sand, you see.
Well, the seaside is a place to be at leisure, I suppose, even for a grown man.
But then all of a sudden, from that little beach hut, a young girl's panic-stricken cries for help pierced the air.
Ray.
I ran up to the beach to see what was happening, to find the defendant leaning over the collapsed victim. As soon as Inspector Hosonaga saw Miss Brett on the ground, he sprinted off to get help. And then, just a moment later, I heard a faint moan, a moan from the dead Englishwoman. I nearly jumped out of my skin!
Well, what did you ask her, Sasaki-san?
I asked her, who did this to you?
Okay, that's a very bad question.
Don't protract any longer. How did the woman respond?
She didn't! She said nothing in response! But...
When in the stand, you will answer the questions asked of you unambiguously. Now, without evasion or reiterance, I demand that you amend your testimony.
I will! I asked her, who did this to you? But she never replied.
I guess we had to press.
Yeah, let's
Hold
press
it.
this.
So you tried to find out who the culprit was?
He who asks a question is a fool for a minute. He who does not remains a fool forever.
Oh, that's a good saying, actually.
And having been labeled a criminal twice during my time in Great Britain, I was quick to make up my mind.
Hold on, twice?
Better to be a fool for a minute than remain a fool in prison forever! However, you indicated that the victim failed to respond. Is that correct?
I know why. I know why the Englishwoman said nothing.
She was ignoring me because of my stupid mustache because I'm Japanese!
Well, yeah, I can see her doing that, but still. Oh dear, Soseki-san has really developed this life for the English, it seems.
Gee, it's almost as if he was written that way.
Having read the report on his time in Great Britain, I can say I'm surprised at his xenophobia. Did you know he actually turned in a blank paper? Really? Yes. I wonder if that's gonna be written in the history books. Well, anyway. But the English woman didn't ignore you at all! Did she, Mr. Writer Man?
Well, yes, alright. She did respond in a manner of speaking, I suppose.
Don't tell me she flipped you off.
Alright, press this.
She just
She just lifted a trembling finger and pointed in the direction of the defendant. Sorry.
Don't tell me what's the middle finger, please. Hold. Miss Prep pointed a finger at the defendant? Soseki-san! Soseki-san, is that really true?
It's not easy to stand here and say this, but when we first entered the beach hut, the Englishwoman was sprawled on the floor before us, with the student girl standing on the far side of her.
Okay, that's a contradiction right there already.
Hold on, let's keep going. Let's see how this pans out. And when I asked, who did this to you? The Englishwoman summoned her last ounce of strength to point a trembling finger at the back of the hut.
Again.
Which was, it can't be denied, in the direction of the student girl who stands accused today. But what if she was pointing towards the slit in the back of the hut?
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. There's also that. No.
Hold on a sec, we got a ban evader.
Okay. Got it. Oh.
I got it.
Soseki-san, why on earth did you neglect to mention this in your original testimony?
But fiddlesticks, I say!
This is not the British court of law. You will respond in Japanese.
Yes, of course. The Englishwoman did point her finger towards the back of the hut, but... But I was trembling, and she was trembling, and everything was a blur. And thinking about it, I feel as though perhaps she was pointing in a slightly different direction.
There we go.
Actually, no, not slightly, in a very different direction to where the student girl is standing. To somewhere at the back of the hut where nobody was standing at all.
You mean that your memory events and the direction in which the victim was pointed are both unclear?
Yes, that's it, unclear. I'm very, very unclear. You're practically opaque. Objection! Your Excellency, surely this proves the matter beyond all reasonable doubt. Yes, the woman may barely have been conscious, and yes, perhaps her finger wavered slightly. But there can be no doubt that this was an attempt by the victim to confirm the identity of her assailant. Why? Because the court can see there was no other than the accused in the direction the victim was pointing.
Well, there's something behind her, but
We'll
we'll
get there. We'll get there. It is now abundantly clear that no one besides the accused could have possibly committed this crime.
I am inclined to agree. And in the absence of any credible argument to the contrary, I believe we can now conclude this trial.
No! No! The headline's writing itself! Dashing lawyer's hope dash. 90-point across the whole page. We'll do an extra edition. It's a serious blow, Susato. Unless we're able to identify the true culprit and sustain our claim with evidence, the judge will give his ruling and the trial will be over. But that's impossible, Father! We don't even know how the crime was committed yet. Impossible though the class may seem. We have no choice. We must think back over everything we learned so far.
I actually have a pretty good idea of what's going on.
Somewhere in all the details, I'm confident we'll find the clue we need. Ray gave us the account of how events unfolded in the defendant's antechamber before the trial could resume. She told us what happened at the precise moment which Brett was killed. Here we go.
The Englishwoman was sitting at the back of the hut, listening to what I was saying. And then, a moment later, she suddenly got to her feet. Before collapsing on the floor in front of me, with a knife in her back.
How could Miss Brett have been stabbed in the back in a bishop that was empty but for herself and Ray? Somewhere made out of the information we gathered so far. This might be an answer to that question.
I already know.
Right there. We'll
But
get to
this
it.
is not what we present yet. I take it then that the defense has nothing further to add. So, the gallant yokel student's luck finally runs out. I can't say I'm surprised. In that case, I am ready to deliver my final verdict on this matter.
This is a crucial turning point now. If I can establish what really happened, it's over. Where was the real culprit hiding? And how did he or she stab the victim? I do
know
know.
how.
Objection! Your Excellency, I respectfully ask you to postpone your education for the time being.
Oh, to what end, counsel?
The defense would like to present the court with an alternative theory. An alternative theory that can explain who the victim was actually trying to implicate with her dying gesture.
Objection! An alternative theory? Ha! None exists.
Objection, you twat! There was someone else present at the scene. Who could have committed this crime?
What? Nani?
And the victim, Miss Brett, tried to reveal who it was to those around her at the time. By muster all her remaining strength, I'm pointing a trembling finger in the killer's direction.
This is fiction! Fantasy!
This is real raw, I assure you.
Very well. As you seem so sure of yourself, counsel, I am prepared to hear your alternative theory.
Okay, here we go.
So, young Ryotaro Naruhodo,
Yes, Your Excellency.
you will present your latest theory to the court by means of this plan. At the moment the victim was stabbed, where exactly are you proposing the culprit was concealed?
Right
To the left, behind the chair.
here. Okay, right here. Take that! Naruhodo will never give up. And Naruhodo now. That doesn't mean we got married. That's something else. The true culprit who fatally stabbed Miss Brett was concealed in this location here.
Are you mad, counsel? You're suggesting the culprit was outside the hut.
Eh?
What? Order! Order! Order!
But student lawyer Naruhodo-san Esquire, that makes no sense at all!
Oh, here we go, the squire. Yeah, you're just finding out that some spot where I was hiding to get my scoops out. Oh shit, you caught me. Shit.
Oh shit, got me again, Ryutaro-san.
But I didn't see any suspicious individuals loitering about. I can swear to that.
Obviously, if the culture had been outside the hut, there is no way that he or she could have stabbed the victim who was inside the hut.
Actually, Prosecutor Aoshi, there is a way. And in point of fact, the defense can provide evidence strongly suggesting that is precisely the way Miss Brett was killed.
You're bluffing! You're bluffing, you yokel! The defense's assertion is clearly too fantastical for the court to comprehend. You will need to give us more guidance, counsel. What piece of evidence corroborates your theory that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut? That scene, yes.
This picture right here!
The original photographic print of the crime scene?
Yes, it's clearly visible in this print. The trace of the fatal thrust that was delivered from outside the beach hut.
Objection! Do you take us for fools? There's no hint of any such thing.
You need to check your glasses, Aoshi. What? I'm not sure that everyone present will agree. Someone, at least, appears to have noticed what is in that what I'm referring to.
Counsel, once again I must call on you to be explicit for the court. Where on this photograph is the trace of the stabbing, which you claim took place from outside the hut? We poke on the little slit there behind the chair.
Seriously, do I need to point? Oh my god, you people are... Take that! Look closely just here.
Whoa, that's a
Enhance!
zoom and enhance. Holy shit!
Enhanced picture! In the screen at the back of the hut, you can see the effects of a blade having been forced through the reeds.
No! I can't! I can't see any such thing!
Really, prosecutor, you definitely need to change your glasses for crying out loud.
Have you seen these glasses? I can't see anything through them!
Is that true that the only question you have for walls that you spit? However, by parting the reeds, a knife blade could easily penetrate them.
This is extraordinary.
Yes. The true culprit actually stabbed the victim from outside the beach hut.
Huh?
And of everyone present at the scene, there is only one person who could have done it that. Only one person who was directly outside the hut when Miss Red was killed. Right and Minimaru-san! I choose you, I mean, it could have been you. No!
Objection! This preposterous idea leaves me almost speechless. Just look at the photograph again. The victim lies almost exactly in the center of the beach hut, does she not? Are we to assume, as part of this Varsal scenario, that the assailant was a knife thrower?
Objection! No, of course not.
We're not?
You recall the testimony of the defendant about the events just before the victim's death.
Inside the beach hut, I confronted Miss Brett. But she just sat on a stool at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly at me as if she knew she was untouchable.
A stool?
Have another look at the photograph. The slit in the read screen. Enhanced picture. I'm perfectly in the back of the person who was sitting on that stool.
My word. So, in fact, the victim was...
Hill was sitting on that stool, but a stab wound on her back delivered through the read screen. Having been attacked, Miss Red rose to her feet instantly. But then, unable to speak, she collapsed on the floor in the middle of the hut before the defendant, Membani-san's appelled eyes. And that, Your Excellency, is the truth what happened on that beach that day. By your silence, Many-Merson. I take that you deny the charge.
He's probably going to deny it.
This is absurd!
That will do. It would appear that we have a tact admission of guilt from the witness. Accordingly, this court has successfully established the truth of this matter, which means that the defendant, Membanmi-san, is innocent of the crime.
Oh, that was easy.
It's not that easy, I betcha.
Oh, thank goodness. I found a
We haven't
amazing
had a
cave.
breakdown.
I must say, I've never been more proud.
No, this can't be. The Ouchie clan can't. What of my growth? My growth of hope.
My God, don't talk about your growth.
It wasn't all an apparition. I can't accept this. I won't.
It is shriveling down like your growth.
I see no reason for the continuance of this trial. I will therefore move to conclude proceedings by delivering my final verdict
Eh? Well, this is all very convenient. This is how the highest guardian of my empire delivers justice, is it? Suppressing will meaning citizen freedom to speak and branding them as criminals.
You have no right of speaking freely. That is not this country.
But we established that Victor was stabbed from the outside of the hut through the reed and street walls. And no one but you was placed at the time to have his hand on the hilt of the blade. It's a perfectly logical deduction. So, your argument hinges on the location of whoever stabbed the English woman, does it? Well, it seems a little irrelevant now. Irrelevant? Where she was stabbed, how she was stabbed. It doesn't matter. I mean, whether she was stabbed at all makes no difference if you think about it. After all, this trial really shown the whole thing hinges on something else.
He's taking his villain pose.
What are you talking about? Brace yourself, little man. If a man, anyway. I'm talking about the fact that everything changed. Because the dirt you dug up. What?
Enough obscurity. Explain yourself, witness.
It's called triadic, your judge. What to explain? I'm talking about the poison, of course.
The poison?
Let's ask the professor for a comment on the situation, shall we? I understand that a deadly poison you were developing was stolen from your laboratory, correct? And it's been shown that this poison was administered to the victim, Miss Brett. Is that right? That is correct. The unusual construction of the victim's papers are a sure sign that this particular poison was used. I see. So, presumably that means that the victim already had the poison in her body before she was stabbed. Given that her puppets were clearly constricted, it seems highly likely, yes. If she had been dead already, the poison could have not been circulating in her blood.
Ah, how refreshing to hear the argument of a metropolitan mind. Precisely. It matters not a jot who stabbed whom in whose back and with whose blade. Because, quite simply, the Englishwoman's life was taken not by the knife, but by the poison.
Really? We're just gonna flop on this decision?
Objection! But that can be explained by the poison being on the blade as already.
Objection! Forgotten already, have we, yokel? During these very proceedings, the laboratory of the professor at your side assisted in proving that the blade of the weapon used to attack the victim had no trace of poison on it whatsoever.
So let me get this down. The facts as skillfully established by the defense in this trial turns out to be a headline-making red herring. Is that about right? Well. Ah!
Order! 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 But where does this leave us? How, in that case, did the poison enter the victim's body?
There is an undeniably obvious answer to that. The lady must likely imbibed it, whatever that means.
Imbibed.
Imbibed. Okay.
It means she drank it.
Oh, you mean she? You mean she drank it? How about a little look at the photograph here? As you can see, a bottle of carbonated water and a glass have been knocked on the sandy floor of the bishop. What is it with carbonated water? What is it with your carbonated water? Just say wine for crying out loud.
Because it has to be all ages appropriate.
All right. The poison could have been slipped into either. So somebody made me spread drink it. Well, what do you know? Look at this dashing eyes. This will make a great front page shot. How many? Oh, never mind.
Where's your flashbulb?
Where's your roll? That's like 20 shots already.
Let's keep going.
Hey! Why the bewitching stare? After all, I'm the last person you should be looking at. It'll make no sense at all that I poisoned the woman, would I? Would it? I mean, that's been splashed already. Hold it! Established? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. That's little hard to believe, given that person who established it was you! Me? What on earth does he mean? Oh, let me catch your spot eyes. This is Prime Press Father, this is.
It would seem that this trial is not destined to end yet after all. I hereby call upon the witness to give further testimony.
That's great, that is. Let me get a shot of that magnificent beer, Your Excellency.
Shut up. You claim it to be impossible that you are the one responsible for administering the poison to the victim. You will explain to the court in your testimony the basis upon which you make such a claim.
Now, you're no, and I'm a man. I never tried to run or hide from anything in my life. And I'm not about to start now, because that's minimalism! For a brief moment I thought I illuminated the truth. But it slid right back into security again. Just where's this trial going to take us? Oh yes! I stabbed the Englishwoman! And it was the very fact that proves them innocent! Because why have I bothered to stab the woman if I already poisoned her? When I heard the student girl and the pompous English mother arguing, I got my goat. The courts weren't going to put a spread for what she did. Someone else would have been We'll have to see justice done. Uh-huh.
Okay, so now you're just admitting to stabbing her.
Because now is the poison the main way she died, so... So,
Yeah.
you admitted that everything happened as I described. That you are the one who stabbed Miss Brett in the back through the read screen. You can blame this miserable country of ours. A country that bows to the pressure of foreign powers and lets murderers walk free. What kind of future can a country like that have? That's why I did it. I did what our pathetic leaders didn't have the guts to do. Slap bang in the middle of somebody's life back. I plunged the blade of sweet justice right in there. As someone who spent his life seeing that the truth is told.
Oh no!
Oh. Hello, Roland. I feel
Hi, Rolly.
really awful about giving full information in testimony before. But if it turns out there was somebody else who had it in for the bit, then I got to her before me. Shit. That's right. You guessed it. That pretty little student girl. Now there's a woman after my own heart. You're implicating Raid again. She's the one who gave the poison to the Englishwoman and ended her pitiful existence. And suddenly, snap! This journal here is off the hook!
The argument is sound, certainly. If the witness had administered the poison himself, he need only have waited for it to take effect. Subsequently stabbing the victim in the back would have been entirely nonsensical, but still punishable by death.
And therefore, this reporter had nothing to do with the poisoning. Yes, it's all quite logical. There's nothing logical about this!
Basically saying that the poison killed her first, therefore the stabbing was
No, this
irrelevant.
person killed her first, so whoopsie doopsie, I can't be guilty, even though I tried to kill her after.
I know. That's right! It is! Logical and true! I'm glad you all seen the light! Justice at last!
This guy's a
is
loony.
unbelievable! And after I made so much progress in proving his guilt, he's gonna get away with it now?
Oh, you bet your sweet bippy he ain't.
Ow! Think Kazuma-sama and Naruho-san. They never start looking for a way forward until the judge's final gavel.
Very well then, counsel. Proceed with what I assume to be your final cross-examination in this trial.
Oh, you bet your ass. I mean... Yes, your excellency. Oh yes, I stabbed the Englishman, and it has the verified that proves I'm innocent. Hold it. So, do you admit that you have murderous intentions towards Miss Brett then? A woman's very existence offended my sense of justice. Your sense of... Oh shit, he's going to be so righteous indignation. Fuck's sake, I hate those types. She was pure evil! A cold-blooded killer who committed murder right here on an empire soil. But did our good or our nothing government do anything? Not a chance! So I had to step in. Fly the flag of justice! Put things right for the people! Yes! It was my civic duty! That's what drove me to it!
She didn't even murder a Japanese citizen. She murdered another British citizen.
So, in summary, murderous intentions then. Whatever you want to call it. The point is this. that English woman was a blight. So I had to do what was right for society.
Yet a real wrong was done by the student girl in the dock, a crime for which she must pay.
Oh, bullshit. Obviously, because the poisoning was nothing to do with me at all. Is it?
This guy's absolute bullshit.
Because why would I have bothered to stun the woman if I already poisoned her? Hold
To
it.
make sure that she was dead.
So you still maintain that you didn't give the poison to the victim? Obviously! That'll be like putting a belt on your trousers when you are already wearing these braces like this.
Means suspenders. The accused administered the poisoning, following which this witness stabbed the victim. An unforgivable act, certainly, but not one of murder. That crime rests on the accused's shoulders. That is how the law works, you see, yokel. Who knows, you may even learn something here today.
Your law is dumb and broken. 2 consecutive attempts on her life in the space of minutes. Quite a day for the victim.
Well, I heard this guy called Rasputin. To soften that evil! And you got it coming! That's how the law works. The law of reckoning. That's not the kind of law this court upholds, I hope.
You will reiterate why you were compelled to stab the victim then, witness.
When I heard the student girl and the pompous English murderer arguer, it got my goat. Hold it.
Alright, so what are they saying?
What exactly they were arguing about? About what happened in that restaurant 9 months ago. That's what. The student girl was lying with the English woman for killing her beloved mentor, Dr. Wilson.
Hold on. Yes, John H. Wilson. A professor of medicine invited here from England by Professor Mikotoba, no less.
Right. But the English woman just... yeah.
Her case was to be heard by the British Consular Court in Shanghai. However, there is little doubt she would simply have been acquitted and sent back to her homeland a free woman.
So you knew all this time, you bastard. He was eating that student girl right inside. You could see it. I really felt for her. Whoa.
Hold it!
I can't stand here and listen to this tripe.
Tripe, you say? Ray!
Young girl, you stand accused here. You can't just blurt out whatever you feel like it.
No, you can't. Sorry, but I'm in the middle of some very important testimony here. Just get quiet and listen.
But this awful man is making all of this up. Susato, please, you have to make them listen.
Ray, for the last time.
Return to the dock at once, Mumbami-san. We are in the middle of a cross-examination.
Hold it! Your Excellency, please, I implore you. That journalist is clearly not a trustworthy witness.
Exactly. He's a filthy, rotten, black-hearted, bigoted, dirty, great peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom, you say? How dare you!
Oh, them's fighting words.
Whoa, take it easy there. Please, I really think the court should hear what the defendant has to say.
Your Excellency, I see no need whatsoever to entertain the accused remarks.
I will grant the request of the defense.
Oh, thank God.
But, Your Excellency!
This is likely to be the final cross-examination of these proceedings. As such,
I believe it would be ill-advised to stifle the defendant's obvious concerns. So, whilst recognizing that this contravenes regular protocol, I hereby call upon the defendant to speak.
Oh,
Ow!
thank you so much, Your Excellency.
You
She
hear
hits her
her.
head on the desk.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, thank you so much. Ow, my head. It was nothing to do with Dr. Wilson. We were discussing the stolen poison.
Alright, this is important.
Hold it. The stolen poison that killed the victim, you mean?
I suspected her of being the one to steal it. I mean, just think about how she killed Dr. Wilson.
That's true. Additionally, Miss Brett certainly had knowledge of the new poison.
But surely it would not be so easy to task to steal a highly secret toxin being developed for the government.
Well, she's British, so... Indeed, all visitors to the laboratory are truly searched when they leave. So the British, I guess, because that happened. Anyway, even if a thief managed to avoid being seen by myself or a colleague, getting the poison out will be very difficult.
That's true. I pestered Professor Mikotoba until he agreed to show me the poison when I visited his laboratory.
Why you wanted to... Never mind.
But as I left, I was searched from top to tail.
Hell, you say? Anyway, Miss Brett rather bluntly revealed that systems of the toxin will be developing, you see. And since Soseki-san expressed such an interest in it, I felt unable to refuse. Obviously, I gave nothing away, other than the fact that it was extremely potent substance.
I'm very ashamed of myself. It's just that I've had a singularly terrible experience with the deadly poison. I wanted to look at my old enemy in the eye! Surely you can understand that!
Hold on, poison?
To find out if my suspicions were true, I confronted Miss Brett about the poison. I told her that if there were to be an incident involving it somehow, it wouldn't just be the university. The military would be dragged into it, the whole government even. It would be a complete disaster.
Oh ho ho!
And how did Miss Brett respond to your concerns?
She just curled those beautiful lips of hers and said she didn't know the first thing about it. In English, actually.
Yes. Many men-san. One small question, if you don't mind. I do mind! Can you see I'm busy? Clearly, you were outside the beach hut listening in, whilst the defendant and Miss Brett were conversing. Presumably then, it was you who wrote this article about what you heard. Well, sure, exclusive deadly poison stolen from Humane Medical Research Laboratory. The story was published in this morning's edition of Shoyu News. The details are too accurate for it to have been written by anyone else. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, look at this. The entire article.
It's not even my handwriting. Are you really
It's
going
in
with that?
English. It's almost what I said to Miss Brett, word for word.
Well, many memos, son. As a journal and as a citizen of a free country, I don't have to reveal my sources. As I found the principle of many menomonosum. Well, they're clearly right about this. That reporter did write an article, and he was based on what he overheard from outside the hut.
All right, so before we continue,
Mm-hmm.
let's examine a few things.
Okay.
So that's what it was all about. You were trying to cover up the fact that you were listening in.
That wasn't a part of their lawsuit in that era, actually. So, Gordo!
All right, let's examine that article again. The one about the poisoning. Not that one.
All right, it's this one.
Let's see.
Following a lecture at Yume by Soseki Natsume on 11th August, it's come to light that a very disturbing incident took place. A deadly poison being secretly developed in the university's forensic science laboratory was stolen. Even the smallest amount entered the body, either via the mouth or via a wound for a poisonless blade, will prove fatal in minutes. Current methods cannot detect the nearly level of medical. The university will have to be consulted. Onset of the symptoms occurs in minutes, starting with impaired breathing.
Right, so it looks like nothing about the article itself has changed based on their perspective, but there is something else that's bothering me: the pen.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we know a lot more about the poison, do you think we might be able to identify it inside the pen?
I mean, we do have region at hand, so yes, that's a possibility.
Let's examine the pen again.
And also, based on what it says here, enter either via the mouth or a wound for a poisonless blade. I think the reason he stabbed is to mislead people.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's examine the pen again. That chamber, the center chamber.
Oh, come on. Oh, wait.
You gotta examine the cat first.
There you go. Take this off.
And then the chamber.
If we do this right here. Protection of journalists and sources of information was introduced much, much later. Yeah, I know.
Yep. Well, let's see if there's anything we learned about the center chamber.
This must be the letters about the holes of ink. Yes. You fill it by trying ink for a bottle up through nib. Is something wrong, Father? Just that there doesn't actually appear to be any ink in there at all. Oh yes, you're right. Pretty much empty. Well, it could be on the version right now, I suppose.
Well, let's examine that again.
I think we have to wait for a certain moment to actually examine.
One more time after this.
Okay.
One more time with the reservoir. All right, no, I guess we do have to wait for the right moment. Is there anything else on the pen that we can just examine, like the nib of the pen? Nothing?
No, that's about it.
All right, I guess we have to wait for the right moment then.
Yep. We know that much. What else? We know about this. Okay. So I guess we have to wait for the right moment.
That's why you came up with that stinking story about me and arguing with her.
Shut up! My stories never stink! Look, whatever you said, little girl, it doesn't alter the facts. Your Excellency, there's something I want to say. I wanted to go on record right after these messages. Oh my god, you're doing this again?
I already paused it.
Oh, okay.
I did a snooze.
Okay then.
Very well. You may amend your formal testimony.
The point is, if you poison someone, there'll be no reason then to start the person as well.
I think we have to present the updated poison article on this one.
Yeah. Might as well do it right now.
Yeah.
Objection. Well.
Hold on a sec. Oh, there we go. Let's go.
Well, I can think of one reason. What? But before explaining, I'd like you to confirm something for the court. Did you clean all the information for this newspaper article from what you overheard outside the hut?
Of course he did! There can be no question of that!
Shut up, you closet fairy!
After all, when we were all in the laboratory together, all we were told is that it was a terrible toxin.
And there is one more important fact to consider. According to the witness, Membani-san's verbal attack against the victim began as soon as she entered the hut. In other words, it would have been impossible for her to have slid the poison into Miss Brett's drink.
Objection! Where are you going with this, counsel?
Merimeno-san has made it quite clear that he observed every single thing that happened in the beach hut. If the defendant had somehow found an opportunity, this man would have seen it. Which means that Miss Brett couldn't have been whatever you say that word, the poison, drank the poison. Imbibed. The poison while the defendant was present. In fact, it must have been administered to her before Membani-san entered the hut.
Yes, very articulately put.
When I walked into the hut, I immediately started to press Miss Brett about the poison.
At which point, Merimeno-san overheard some worrying information.
Worrying information?
What worrying information?
The information which he subsequently included in his newspaper article, namely, that the poison has been developed in strict secrecy, that it couldn't be readily obtained. Absolutely. In fact, that's quite an understatement. The only possible place it could have come from is my lab. And furthermore, anyone afflicted by the poison will exhibit telltale signs in death.
The extreme constriction of the pupils. Yes, it's quite stark when you see it. There are other poisons that show similar symptoms, but not among new substances that are undetectable.
In other words, it will be clear that the victim's life had been ended by the use of this particular poison. Which would reduce the number of suspects to only a handful of people. And yes, this time we had a death.
Hey, there it is. Okay, ad time.
Okay. Let me go to the restroom real quick. Okay, back. We 1 minute to go.
Yep.
Hmm?
Yep.
And 1 pickle.
Let's see.
Okay. Okay, 10 seconds to go. More Sun 3, because honestly, that doing that voice is messing my throat a little bit. For some reason. I was just trying, so just need some liquid. I should be good now. Okay. Which will reduce the number of suspects to only a handful of people.
Ah,
Everyone in my laboratory is aware of the unique properties of the toxin we've been developing. None of them will be foolish enough to attempt to use it for some nefarious deed. Membani-san being no exception. Therefore, we can conclude that whoever administered this unique poison to the victim was a lazy person, unaware of his telltale properties. In other words, someone like you, writing many memo. It was you who stole the poison from the laboratory that day. And it was you who administered to the unwitting victim. But you quickly realized that was a terrible mistake.
because the poison caused such unusual symptoms and was so traceable.
As you listen from the far side of the Bishop thin walls, you learn of these facts. But you already given the victim the poison at that point. It was too late. So you hatched a plan to disguise your mistake. A plan that involved stabbing the victim in the back through the reach screen.
Objection! But what good could that possibly do?
It's called a red herring, you twat. Isn't it obvious, counsel? The plan was to kill Miss Red before the poison could take effect. Once in the blood, the poison causes the onset of pupil constriction. But he had hoped to precipitate the victim's death before that happened, hasn't he? Well, that's another way to look at it, but still.
Yeah, it's a good thing he already admitted to stabbing the victim.
Yep, exactly. Because without any reveal inside of the new secret poison juice, no one will ever have suspected.
This is extraordinary.
Yes, the effects of the poison meant it could be too easily identified. So the killer had to mask its use. There you go. Which he attempted to do by plunging a knife into the middle of the victim's back.
Order! 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 The argument presented is sound. The court is satisfied that it warrants consideration. Does the prosecution have a counter-argument it wishes to put forward?
Well, there are a number of... yes, I counter completely.
Objection! The prosecution basic response clearly shows that he must say what he nurtures the remainder of his not top. He's clinging to lost hope. Damn.
Lost hope!
Hold it! Oh.
Hat comes off.
Ha! You pathetic, useless, fallen samurai!
Fallen? What are you calling fallen? My birthday...
I don't need a counter argument. What are you talking about? Should be blunt to be obvious. I stole the potion, you say. Give it to the victim, you say. Stop her, you say. Lots of fine theories.
You literally admitted to stabbing her.
But I don't need a counter argument because you don't have an argument yourself. Where's your evidence? Yes! You make it all so plausible, don't you? But without evidence, it means nothing! Whereas I base my news on facts!
Facts? What do you mean? Explain yourself.
I mean, what the professor said earlier in his trial. It's all here, in my many memos. Every word, every slip of the tongue, all noted. That's what the show you news is famous for, is the power of the printed word.
But surely it would be no easy task to steal a highly secret toxin being developed for the government.
Indeed, all visitors to the laboratory are truly searched when they leave. Even if a thief managed to avoid being seen by himself or a colleague, getting the poison out will be very difficult. How's that then? Blow the story wide open! See, I, right the Minimero! I'm your reporter for the Show You News! Couldn't possibly have stolen the poison from the professor's laboratory. Ah! Are there getting any questions of it? He must have stolen the potion that day. He stole it and used it to kill. If that's the case, as you identified, the poison itself is the definite evidence we need. Because whoever stole it from the laboratory that day is the true culprit here. What's your point? You acknowledge handsome country bumpkin! I said it earlier, I'm freaking gay! Anyway, my point is, there is one way that you, Many-Memo-san, could have stolen that poison that day.
Alright, let's investigate the pen again first. I have heard enough verbal conjecture now, thank you. What the court must be shown is evidence.
Okay.
It has to be from the pen. First we open the cap.
No, it's definitely the pen.
We have to update the pen somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, or blah blah blah. Yes, if you feel about drawing ink from a bottle of the nail. Oh, there we. Oh wait, no, oh, not yet. Oh yes.
Still say we have to examine it 3 times.
Three times? Huh.
I don't know.
Okay.
1, 2. Because if we have to examine it as we're about to present it, that's going to be absolutely atrocious.
I know, but
I guess that's what they want us to do. I guess that's what they want us to do. There's nothing we can do about it. We're just gonna have to wait.
Yes.
What proof do you have that this witness stole the poison on the day in question?
Oh yeah, we
Can't present the pen yet.
Hold on.
There's nothing here that we can examine outside the label.
Okay, I think now it will let us examine it proper. Actually, hold on.
Nope, that's it. That's it!
Wait.
Did we already solve that then? Alright, so I think we may have already solved this bit, so I think we could just present it.
Yep. Because I think we present the pen and then...
Because it still says there's liquid inside the reservoir.
Yes. And again, there was a reason Miss Fred was holding it.
Yep.
Before we do... Oh, yeah.
We can't say, but this is the evidence we need to present.
I know.
We
Just
need to
mean...
present.
To prove your excellency is this fountain pen.
Hold on. A fountain pen? How can that possibly be relevant? Yeah, we already solved it.
This magical pen somehow seems to have enough ink to write many thousands of kanji characters. I believe they arrived in our country for the first time some 15 years ago now.
Bah! I swear by a weasel hair calligraphy brush and nothing else. These newfangled pens are merely a fad. Well, as a forward-thinking man of words, obviously I love my fountain pen. Suck up a soup of sumptuous ink, and one's work awash with words in a blink of an eye.
Wait, he's trying to snap his neck? That's right. Fountain pens has a small reservoir in the barrel, into which ink is sucked up through the nib of the pen in order to write it with later.
What does all of this talking of sucking up ink have? Ah!
You're very clear on the art of sucking up, Mr. Aoshi. And just as it's possible to suck up ink into the reservoir, it's also possible to eject it through the nib again, of course.
My word, can this really be?
Well, Mene-san? Well... When you saw the deadly poison before your eyes in the laboratory that day, you used your fountain pen, your very lifeblood, to steal some of it, didn't you? By siphoning the poison up the nib and into the pen's reservoir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Objection! More absurdity! That never happened!
True, we heard that there was procedure in place to prevent theft like this from the laboratory. But will anyone have thought to look inside a fountain pen of all places? No, I'm a little ashamed to say that for fear of offending our guests, such a detailed research would have been conducted.
Well, this is quite startling, I must say.
I remind the court that this pen was found in the clutches of the victim when she died. In other words, it was dropped at the scene by Mene-san. So the crucial question is, when exactly was the pen dropped?
Are you suggesting?
The natural conclusion is that you can haste to add was the victim was distracted for a moment. You dropped the pen after you emptied the poison from into her glass.
Objection! There could be any number of alternative explanations. For example, the witness could have been using his pen to write down details of his conversation with the victim. And when shocked by one of her outrageous answers, the pen fell from its quivering hand.
Objection! No, that can't be. If it was, how do you explain why the pen was devoid of ink?
What?
As you can see for yourself, you just summoned the evidence. There will appear to be no ink present in the reservoir. What newspaper reporter goes to interview someone with nothing in his pen? No! The pen was dropped after the poison was filled in the reservoir had been emptied into the victim's glass.
Witness, what do you have to say in your defense?
So, this is how our modern justice system works, is it? So what if the ink in my pen runs dry? So what if my pencil snaps? Whoa! I was claw my way back into the game. I have plenty in reserve. Ha!
Assault! Bailiff, tackle him!
To claim I sucked the potion up into my pen. What is speculation? Nothing more. You thought I could bring down a fine upstanding citizen with a trick like that? Think again? It looks as though it's going to take some final decisive blow to finish this matter.
I know what we should do. As I see it, the situation is now very simple. It rests upon whether or not this witness did indeed steal the poison on the day in question. And therefore, it all depends on whether or not the defense can prove that he did with evidence.
No such evidence could exist. Objection.
Oh, wanna bet?
Many medicine. This is how our modern justice system works. What? In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Something you will do well to remember. Because we as well pass the point of speculating the stage, I assure you.
Very well then, I call upon the defense to present the aforementioned evidence.
This is it then. This will be the final piece to the puzzle. The defense can prove by means of this item that it was the witness pen that was used to seal the poison.
The solution.
Yep. Between us, Father, I really thank you for the oversight to bring this. Anyway, take that!
Counsel, what is that bottle?
This bottle contains a unique chemical reagent that can identify the poison in question. Yes, that poison is an entirely new synthesis of alkaloids developed by my colleagues and I. It will be impossible to detect traces of it by any other method. Or, from another perspective, simply with this chemical reagent, anyone at all could check for traces of the poison. Reagent? What? One drop of the contents of this bottle on the tip of your fountain pen, many men of sun, is all it will take to solve this case beyond all reasonable doubt. No, you can't. I won't.
Your crimes are bad enough, but at least know when to admit defeat.
Your Excellency, the defense requests permission to carry out the test on the fountain pen at once. This isn't my fault. Trying to call a nation, but when I before I win, I took up my pretty pen. I thought that it was funny news.
All right, you. That's enough. Susato, with me.
Hiya!
That's assault. That's assault. Did I do it right? That was a Susato takedown, wasn't it?
Not quite. That was a real title takedown.
Arrest those two. Contempt of court.
The I mean, the instant the first drop of the raging touched the nib of the fountain pen, it was clear to everyone present
that nothing happened.
When I saw in the lab, the poison, the devil got hold of me, and I decided to do it on a whim. I excused myself. I emptied all the ink down the sink in the bathroom, washing the reservoir out carefully. And then you waited for an opportunity to suck up some of the poison, didn't you? Into your fountain pen. Yes, that's right. Answer me one thing, many Sen. Why did you steal it? For what purpose? Isn't it obvious? To find out I was made out of and expose it into an article. I mean, it was a secret project after all. To use it for a journal, like me to piece up.
Then why did the English woman end up dead?
I went into the hut intended to quiz her the situation, that's all. As a reporter, a non-killer, enjoying full freedom, evading justice by leaving the country. I told her what I thought about it. And she just laughed in my face!
Oh, what's this? A Far Eastern caveman purporting to practice journalism. Really, you must learn the difference between reporting and listening at doorways, you ignorant plebeian.
Also, that's why no carbonated water. You can clearly see there.
That's clearly a martini, and that's clearly wine.
What do you call me?
This country, with its pretensions to a justice system, to a free press, it's really very depressing. You see our superior ways in the West, yet you lack the mental capacity to emulate them. Get out of here, you oaf. Get out, and crawl back into the cave you came from.
That's when I remember about the deadly poison I happened to have in my pet at the time.
What a terrible tale.
In my head, I knew I should just get out of there as quick as possible. But I couldn't! I couldn't let her get away with what she's done, when she clearly had no remorse at all. I suppose it was my journal spirit getting out fire up. I'd like to ask you something. Yeah? You often talk about justice. But surely as a journalist, you could have used all the means to deliver the justice you sought. There's no justice in the press. Sorry. After the trial 9 months ago, I kept digging and to find out what happened in that courtroom. And finally, I discovered the truth. It was a cover-up! That's what it was! Cover-up? What do you mean?
I would remind you of your position, witness. Be careful of what you say.
You shut your mouth, I don't care anymore. Oh, come on! Doesn't it strike you as strange? We're suddenly not allowed to commit a foreign national. Come to the jurisdiction you should have coming into it. And yet that puffer English woman was going to sell away into something, a free woman. The only possible explanation is that, behind the scenes, some deal has gone down between Britain and Japan. What sort of deal? I done my research, dug on all the dirt. It was all ready to be published. But you know what happened? The editor just tore all the article up! He came under pressure from the government, you mean? If our government is going to let criminals walk free, if they're going to crush the free press, then what choice do I have to see their justice on myself? Let us not forget Many Medicine. You committed murder yourself, and you tried to lay the blame at the defendant's door. I'm sorry, but you're no better than Jezebel Brett. What? The truth is, you have no right to talk about justice at all. I suppose.
It would appear that we have reached a conclusion in this trial at last. Counsel for the defense, Ryotaro Naruhodo.
Yes. Sorry, Your Excellency. Just visiting a manly way here.
It's almost unbelievable that this is your first experience of the Supreme Court. It was an excellent performance.
You think so? I mean, of course it was.
Yes, testosterone, very manly. In truth, it very much reminded me of your cousin's exploits.
Oh, Ryunosuke, you mean?
The way he handled the trial 9 months ago, and the way you handled this one, it gives me hope that we are genuinely entering a new era of justice in this land.
That's very flattering, Your Excellency.
Hearing the defense you put forward today made me feel almost keenly, that the future of our justice system will be forged by you and your contemporaries.
Thank you.
So, Prosecutor Auchi, do you have any final thoughts?
Oh, God, you say anything about growth? Oh
no.
Oh, shit. Prosecutor Oshi!
I, Takasuchi of the Ouchi clan, have been bested by a callow youth not once now, but twice. If there was any shred of my former self left, it has withered and died here today.
Gosh, your journey to cultural enlightenment sure took a while, didn't it?
Silence!
Whoa! Oh shit.
Rather than living on in shame.
Oh my god, no.
I will end it all now with this blade. For that is the true path to Ouchiism!
Ouch! What? One hopes that's the only way in which he'll be murdering himself us to the witness. Don't tell me he's actually gonna do it, or he's gonna be too cowardly to do so.
Sprig of my top nut, the time is right for your farewell. Hope is lost forever. Takasuchi.
Oh, that kind of... Okay. He's gonna do that. Never mind. Yeah. That's another way to humiliate a samurai at the time. Aww. The overgrammatic haircut.
Now, in regard to the defendant, Rei Mumbami-san.
So I guess we're gonna ignore that then. Okay then.
Yes, Your Excellency.
I have reached my final verdict. I hereby find you not guilty. Yay!
For real, who keeps tossing those pedals?
Court is adjourned. Ah, finally, lunchtime.
It's over. My heart is still pounding from my chest though. It's all I can do, just stay standing. Lawyer has such great responsibility, such a great burden to bear. Don't they, Naruhodo-san?
Susato! Susato! Thank you. Thank you so much. You were so dashing in there.
Can we please stop using that word? Ray! And Father!
Honestly, I'm so touched by everything you've... Oh no, I think I'm going to cry.
It wasn't easy, but together we made it. I was on the verge of tears at the end too.
The only reason I'm still here is because of you.
Oh no, I can take out the tragic. The courage to tell the truth in there. You did wonderful, Ray. So I will have to say that the congratulations belong to you.
Huh? Susato, don't be so standoffish.
You know what, never mind. Keep calling me Dashing. Sorry?
We're friends, equals, and the trial's over. So no more of this formal super humility nonsense. It's time to celebrate with swagger, to throw caution to the wind.
Caution to... what?
I'm the great defense lawyer Ryutaro Naruhodo, and I'm taking you out to a milk bar tomorrow. Ha!
What?
Or something.
Right, I see. I'll think about it, Ray. Oh god.
At any rate, we really knocked the wind out of that horrid man, and it felt so good.
Yes, it was satisfying.
It really was. Is there anybody else we could throw together?
What are you looking at him for?
All I'm gonna say is you even attempted your off the wheel. I hope you're not looking at me, Ray.
Oh my goodness! No, of course not. Of course not.
Ah, there is at last Ray's lovely smile.
Shippers.
You fought for your friend to the very last. As your father, I'm extremely proud of you, defense attorney Ryutaro Naruhodo. Thank you, but I couldn't have done it without your help. Anyway, it's time to bid farewell to Ryutaro, I think. I shall miss him anyway, but it's back to Susato Mikotoba now.
So, I'll never see him again then. What a terrible shame.
Ray, is there something you want to tell me?
When did you get here? Boy, did you miss this handsome and dashing fellow who looked kind of like you.
That's you.
What?
What is happening?
Sosaki-san and Inspector Hosonaga, I do hope you're keeping well. Is that really you? Yes, I had to change my appearance for, well, obvious reasons, I hope. But it's me. Susato Mikotoba.
Don't... So dashing, so divine. No! No! Doubly dashing, yes, and devilishly divine. Just look at you. I had no idea, Miss Sato-san, Esquires, that you were locum student Naruhodo-san, Esquire's cousin.
You're missing the point.
Astonishingly astounding ace attorney. Roll credits.
Ah, poor Sasaki-san, so confused.
So hating of British people.
So she's a closer furry because otherwise why he wrote a book called I'm Not a Cat. I still remember the first time I met him. He was in a prison cell in London. What extraordinary conundrum was that he unwitting student from Japan found himself embroiled. But after Naruho's unskillful defense at the Old Bailey, Sasaki-san was free to return to Japan to talk all bullshit about England because he hated it with a passion.
Yep.
And now he seems to have earned himself great fame as an author and closet furry. I'm stunned. That is truly impressive disguise. Even I had no idea. And as chief inspector of the police, Mr. Turtle, no less. About that.
Your disguise sucks.
I'm not sure you should be admitting to that, Inspector. Amazing. You're a woman of many faces, I see. I don't like how you say that. Just two, really. And there was a once-in-a-lifetime event, I hope.
Oh, she's two-faced. I get it.
Oh, and not a patch of you, though, for Inspector. Well, I am a professional, of course. I do worry about Inspector Kazasa sometimes. I really do. He really needs to check.
Stop coughing up that blood.
Yeah, he needs to check his tuberculosis. I hear it's deadly, if untreated. 9 months ago, when he appeared here at the Supreme Court to testify, he was undercover, disguised as the head waiter of a restaurant.
See, this was the only disguise that actually worked.
And
This one, not so much.
Yeah. And then on the station of Great Britain, of course, disguised as a sailor to keep us safe on the journey. Technically. Oh, that didn't help you, did it, Kazuma-sama?
And this one's just pathetic.
From my perspective, I had to admit that I had mixed feelings about all this. Yeah, I know, I'm better at disguise than you. Yeah, get over it. I mean, now that the truth has been lost forever.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the murder that the English woman committed at the end of last year.
Ah, yes. It was an English doctor she killed, as I understand it.
Dr. John H. Wilson, yes. The man I invited to Japan, personally. The mystery is, why did she kill him? And now that the culprit herself is dead, we'll probably never know the answer. I guess, but I'm just glad she's dead. She was a bitch. On the voyage to Great Britain, we had a most unexpected encounter with Mr. Sherlock Holmes, the great detective, I mean. Yes, I remember Mr. Holmes well, of course.
Ah, my arch nemesis. How lightly you utter his name.
I don't think Sherlock even remembers you, so...
Doesn't care. He's British. That's all he needs to care about.
Well, according to the stories published about him in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, available in your nearest library, the detective once had a partner who helped him solve crimes. A best friend. And that man was an exceptional doctor of medicine by the name of John H. Wilson.
What? Dr. Wilson?
I just can't believe that is a coincidence. I think that the English doctor of medicine killed here in Japan 9 months ago must have been friends and partner of Mr. Sholmes. I mean, that's really true. And the poor girl won't ever see her beloved father again.
I'm still waiting for him to come home.
As you know, I traveled to Great Britain once myself to study. It was around the time you were born. Yes, grandmother told me about it. On returning to Japan, I took up my professorship at the Imperial Jumei University, where I also served another role as an advisor to the government on diplomatic affairs. Yes, I was aware of that as well. In that case, I'm sure you understand that there are some confidential matters I cannot divulge to you. At least not right now, until the plot says so.
Wow, the plot keeps thickening, thicker than Coco's waistline.
Could you just tell me one thing? Why did you summon me back to Japan? Oh. It's been 2 months now since I returned. When I left England, it was because an urgent telegram has arrived from Japan. It said you collapsed with a high fever and you were growing weaker by the day.
Oh, was that all a lie? What? Where did that news come from? Love you too, Coco.
That's what I'd like to know, because after that long sea voyage, I found you in fine health, Father. Was there something in Great Britain that you perceive might convenience away? Or harm me? That's really the only explanation I can think of. Oh dear me. Did you reserve your most cutting glares for your father, Susato? I'm sorry, my dear. I simply... Oh! Let me go! How the fuck are you here? Many son!
So, one throw wasn't enough for you.
I got one last thing to say before they take me away. Professor! Me? I know the truth. I knew you had a hand in what went on. In that visited student's fate. Visited student? Oh. No, not her! The student law who left for Great Britain 8 months ago. Student... He must mean... Kazuma-sama! What are you talking about? What does this have to do with Kazuma-sama? Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know that the guy never made it to England. That he died on that steamship. Hold on. And then Oh!
Well, I didn't expect to find him in here.
Holy shit, just shook hands.
Oh my god, I love this judge!
What were you officers playing at? Terribly sorry, Your Excellency.
Holy shit.
I was coming to tell you that the rickshaw has arrived, Yujin, and it's a good job I came by.
Yes, thank you for dealing with him. And I'll be there shortly. Your Excellency?
The trial's over. I'm not Your Excellency anymore, merely your father's friend, Seshiro Jigoku.
Wow, you actually have a name.
Yeah.
And may I say that since I saw you last, you seem to have taken on a more dashing appearance.
Oh my fucking god, he knew all this time.
Susato.
He fucking knew all this time. Do you know all along? From the start of the trial?
A judge sees everything, Susato.
I couldn't let you take the risk. If Seishiro here hasn't known, and then he recognized you. So I had a word in his ear beforehand, as an old friend. So, Seishiro, shall we?
Yes, having ruled on that case, we now have various diplomatic issues to address.
Before you go, Father. Sorry, my dear. We shall have to return to our early conversation at a later date. Plot convenience, you know. Well done again, both of you. You did admirably.
Oh, thank you very much.
What do you think of my Sashiro sling, eh? It's been a while since I set the men flying like that.
Whatever could Father be hiding from me? About the Seville bread, about Dr. Wilson. And now it seems, according to the reporter, about Kazuma-sama. I'm going to have to bring this up with Father sometime. When nobody else is around.
Judicial Assistant Mikotoba-san Esquires, could I have a word?
Oh, yes, of course, Sosaki-san. What is it?
I think perhaps it could be fate that we're meeting again like this now. You see, there's something I need to tell you.
Oh, no. Oh?
I believe that it may be related to the reason why your father summoned you back from England.
Oh. This I had to hear.
Please! Oh, wait, no.
Please, Sosaki-san, tell me at once.
I will! As you know, my time in England was terrible. Cursed, I have no doubt. Such awful things I was embroiled in. Thank goodness locum student Naruhodo-san Esquire stepped in. After he secured my freedom, I couldn't wait to get on a ship back here to my homeland. Having arrived in Japan, I submitted a report about my experiences to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The next thing I knew, I had a visitor. It was your father, Professor Mikotoba. He wanted to ask me all sorts of things about my report.
My father?
He seemed to be especially taken with a particular part of the report. Anyway, he left eventually, having thoroughly quizzed me. But it was the very next day that he sent the telegram to you asking you to return to Japan.
What was it then? The particular part my father was interested in.
I don't really know exactly. But do you remember them? Those two terrible cases I was caught up in?
Of course, I could never forget.
Your father seemed to concern himself mainly with the second case.
What second case? Oh wait, don't tell me we're gonna play that case. Second one? You mean the one Mr. Sholmes forbade any of us to talk about in public?
Yeah, the final case, the one about the Hound of Baskerville story.
Oh.
Huh.
Which is why the only case involving you that any member of the public is aware of is the first.
Well, I don't care! I don't care to listen to what that dastardly detective says! Anyway, the point is, it seems that case somehow holds the key to all those curious unanswered questions. That horrific, hideous, heinous case, the case of the haunted lodgings.
Huh. That case somehow caused my father to summon you urgently back to Japan? I thought the whole business was over, but it seems I was wrong. Perhaps that was the only start. Perhaps the story is not yet told. And we're back here.
You're back to the grave.
So, the mystery of that English woman's death is solved. Thank goodness. And having stood in the Supreme Court now, I think I can comprehend a little better how you must be feeling as you fight for people's freedom in a foreign land, Naruhodo-san. But actually, I'm writing to you today because of another matter. I met Soseki-san, and we talked about that second case he was involved in. Father has said nothing to me, but I feel certain of it. That case holds the key to some great unsolved mystery. My notes on the case should still be in the office, tucked away at the back of the shelf on the left. Perhaps you might like to go over them again? Today, for the first time this year, it feels as though summer has arrived. The sky is a brilliant blue. It makes me long to see you again. Yours, Susato.
Aw, she's fallen in love. It would be funny if it wasn't so pathetic. Oh, what the hell, I'll laugh anyway.
Susato success for completing episode 1 of the Grace Attorney. Yes.
Woo! 1 case down, 4 to go.
Yep. Okay, and perfect time to stop now.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
So, just out of the curiosity, what's the name of the second case?
The Memoirs of the
The
Clouded Kokoro.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is a Kokoro?
You tell me, I don't know. Okay then, so we'll get to that. We'll get to it next week. Tuesday,
Yep.
of course. Oh yeah, that was interesting. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I heard some people saying that they like this story better compared to some of the other previous cases. You know, the Apollo Justice trilogy, to put it that way. In particular,
I
but
guess so.
I can see why though, because there's a lot of gray going on. It's not so much black and white. What I'm trying to say. Gray going on.
Seems like it, yeah.
What it's leading to, we'll find out eventually. But for now, we're stopping for now. Like I said, I'll be continuing this coming Tuesday. I wanted to do something Saturday, but like I said, there's a nearby convention that I'm attending tomorrow, so I'm gonna do some things to clear the day and head out from there and see how it goes.
I hope you have fun.
Yes, because it's been years since I've been on convention, so I want to check how it is over here in Charlotte, in North Carolina. Yes, North Carolina. Anyway,
Okay.
thank you very much for being here, and have a good rest of the night. We'll be seeing you around.
Okay, bye. No, no, the poison, please.